Genesis 38 presents what we might call a controversial occurrence. Judah had a son named but he was wicked, so the Lord put him to death. According to the Levirate laws of that time, the next brother in line was to go in to the widow of the dead brother and raise up offspring to the name of his brother. The next brother was named Onan, but he was unwilling to do his brotherly duty and ended up also being killed by the Lord. The next brother in line was named Shelah. Judah was afraid to give him to Er's widow, named Tamar, because he was afraid he would lose this son also. So he held this son back. Tamar had certain rights that Judah was denying her, but that isn't my point in bringing all of this out. God had far more important interests in this whole thing. While nothing had yet been specifically promised to Judah in the whole scheme of things, Jacob's children were all in line for truly great things. Knowing that one is an heir to greatness doesn't necessarily cause one to be the kind of person they should be. That's certainly true of heirs to mortal advantages. I mean, just look at the royals of various nations or the children of celebrities anywhere. Sadly, it's true of people claiming to be heirs of God's great promises. Judah himself showed this as he proposed the idea to sell Joseph to the Ishmaelites back in Genesis 37:26. But he only had 3 sons, 1 Chronicles 2, verses 3 and 4. 2 are dead because they were evil, and he fears for the last of his sons. Will he be left without an heir? Rather than proceeding in a legal way, he opts for doing nothing to keep his lineage alive. That may not seem like much to a lot of people, but that is really quite significant. It was a course that lacked faith. So what were God's interests in this whole thing? From Judah would descend the one who would not only be king in Israel, but also the lineage through whom the Messiah would come. And God would see his will accomplished by the providential dealings of Judah's daughter-in-law. A woman we believe was a Canaanite woman, and one of only 3 women who are called out in Matthew's genealogy for Jesus, Matthew 1, verses 3 through 6. The other 2 were definitely not descended from Israel. One was Canaanite, and the other was from Moab. Interesting that Tamar was the one who got the interests of God on track, illustrating that it isn't always the big names who are getting God's will done. Are you feeling a little insignificant? Doing the will of God makes you incredibly significant, even though you can't see all of the end results.